So, a very good evening to a very good afternoon to everyone present here. So, in today's class, we are going to start with your standard 11th English, and in this class, we are going to start with the introduction to the curriculum and syllabus of your course book. So, let's start with our class. First of all, we'll see the contents of your course book, that is your standard 11th course book. So, your course book is basically divided into four sections, that is section 1, your prose part, section 2, the poetry part, section 3, your writing skills, and section 4, that is the genre drama. So, on the screen, you have the section 1, that is your prose part. So, you have total 6 lessons from 1.1 to 1.6. 1.1 is being neighborly, 1.2 onto the summit, we reach the top, 1.3 the call of the soil, 1.4 pillars of democracy, 1.5 Mrs. Addis, 1.6 Tiger Hills. Next, we move on to section 2, that is your poetry part. So, in your poetry, we have 6 poems ranging from 2.1 to 2.6. 2.1 is Cherry Tree, 2.2 The Sower, 2.3 There is Another Sky, 2.4 Upon Westminster Bridge, 2.5 Nose versus Eyes, and 2.6 The Planners. So these are the 6 poems that are there in your course book under section 2. Then we have the third section, that is section 3, the writing skills. So, in the writing skills, you have 6 points. The first one is expansion of ideas, 3.2 is blog writing, 3.3 emails, 3.4 interview, 3.5 film review, and 3.6 the art of comparing. So, next we have section 4, that is your genre drama section. So, this is basically the newly introduced section in your standard 11th course book. So, it has 3 contents in it. 4.1 is based on history of English drama. 4.2 is the drama named The Rising of the Moon. 4.3 there are two extracts of drama in this. The first one is 4.3a, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Then 4.3b is An Enemy of the People. So we'll see this, that according to the state education policy, introduction of literary genre. So in the earlier textbooks or in the earlier syllabus, we didn't have the topic of literary genre, that is the English drama or the novel part. But since the last 2 years, this edition has been done in your course book, that is of the literary genre. So why it has been added? It has been added because there was need of literature. Not only the language of the person improves, but he as a person is also groomed. We can see that when we have addition of this kind of literary genre, that is the drama or the novel part in our syllabus, so it will improve our personality. Whoever is learning that person is going to be groomed based on the language skills that they are going to study. Then, just knowledge of language is not sufficient. Efficient use of language is important. Then, it happens simultaneously. So, we should know this, that why the topic of the genre, that is the literary genre, your drama part and the novel part has been added into your syllabus. Next, we move on to the syllabus reduction for standard 11th. As you all know, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, some part of your syllabus has been reduced. So, we have reduction in the prose and poetry sections only. So, in the prose part, you have lesson 1.1, Being Neighborly, which is deleted. And in the poetry part, you have poem 2.6, The Planners, which have been deleted. So, these are the two topics that have been deleted from your standard 11th course book. So a note is given to you that the entire text and comprehensive activities have been omitted, but the writing skills activities, language study, and vocabulary items have been given for self study and will be there for examination. So, children, you should know that what all things are given in this prose and poetry part, the comprehensive activities are deleted. But the activities which are based on your writing skills or language studies and vocabulary that are there for your self study, and they can be asked for your examinations as well. Okay, so now we'll move on towards the blueprint for standard 12, that is based on your written exam. So we can see on the screen the distribution of marks as per the sections in the activity sheets. So you have, as I told, you have four sections. The first one is prose, poetry, writing skills, and the novel or the genre section. So we have, for the prose we have allotted 34 marks, and marks with options are also the same. Like you don't have any choices in the prose poetry part, okay? Only choices are there in your writing skills part. We don't have any choices in your prose part, in your poetry part, and in the drama or the novel or the genre part. So prose have been given 34 marks, and the marks with options are also 34. Then the poetry has been given 14 marks. Marks with option are also 14. Writing skills is the most important section of your question paper, that is given 16 marks, and marks with option are 48. Like you are given choices only in the writing skills part. Then we have the novel section or your drama section, which is considered as a genre. So we have 16 marks for that, and 16 marks with options. Means you don't have any choices in the genre section also. So likewise, we have a total of 80 marks which have been allotted for the written in your activity sheet. Then here we complete with the blueprint. So now, as being the introductory lecture, we'll just go through the paper pattern and distribution of marks according to the questions. So we have section 1, that is the prose part. So in section 1, we have prose which have been given 34 marks. So what all is included in the prose part? We have reading for comprehension, language study, summary, note making, and mind mapping. Okay, so question number 1A. So in your prose part, you have two questions, that is question number 1 and question number 2. So question number 1 has two sub questions A and B, which we are going to see in the next slides. And in question number 2, we have three sub questions, question number 2A, B, and C. So question number 1A is there on your screen. Read the extract and complete the activities given below. So it will comprise of 12 marks. So in this, a scene extract from section 1 consisting of 275 to 300 words will be there. So you need to remember, in your prose part you will have two extracts. One will be seen and the other will be unseen. So in this question number 1A, you have a scene extract which is from section 1 of your course book. It will consist of 275 to 300 words. So question number 1A has many activities given to you. You have total 6 activities. So they are ranging from A1 to A6. So A1, we have a question based on global understanding. So global understanding means what all you understand based on the extract. After going through the extract, जब आप extract पढ़ लेते हैं, so उसके बाद आप क्या समझते हैं उसको आपको interpret करना होता है अपने आंसर में. So इसमें देखी जाती है overall understanding of the extract, message, theme, gist, etc. देन इसमें आपको किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा सकते हैं. सो A1 जो होता है ये 2 मार्क्स का है. सो इसमें ट्रू और फॉल्स पूछा जा सकता है आपको, करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स, करेक्ट रीजंस, कंप्लीट, फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स, सीक्वेंसिंग एक्सेट्रा. सो ये सारे टाइप्स की जो ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस है ये आपको A1 में आएंगे. Then A2 is complex factual. So complex factual means वैसी activities जिसमें आपको facts जो है directly नहीं मिलेंगे. Complex factual means facts are scattered in the extract. मतलब facts जो है, जो आंसर्स है वो बिखरे हुए रहेंगे एक्सट्रैक्ट में, एंड आपको रीड करके समझ के देन उसे अपने आंसर पेपर पे लिखना है. So this also carries 2 marks, and in this activities like web, flowchart, complete the table, match, complete, select the alternative, etc. can be asked. Then next we have A3, that is inference, interpretation and analysis. So it also carries 2 marks. So in this, what all you need to do? We have 3 things in this. First is inference, second is interpretation, and the third one is analysis. So inference, you have to deduce, guess, infer or take out the meaning according to the text or extract which is given to you. And in interpretation, you have to just interpret what you understand or come to know after reading the text or the extract. Then analysis refers to detailed study from all angles, dividing in parts or dissection, etc. So in this also you will be given activities such as web, flowchart, complete the table, match, complete, select the alternatives, etc. So this also carries 2 marks. Then we have the next question, that is A4, personal response question. So this also carries 2 marks. So what you have to do in personal response, as you have seen this question in your early classes also. So it is a question in which you are required to express your views, opinions, ideas, or based on your similar situations, or you have to just imagine something, etc. So these types of questions can be asked in the personal response. In this, you can share your self experience, parallel experience, express your views, opinions, or ideas, or certain reactions. Then you can be asked a question in which your consent is required while you disagree or agree, then suggestions, etc. So these are the things which can be asked in your personal response. So this will also give you 2 marks. Then the next one is language study, that is your A5 part. So this also carries 2 marks. So it is textual or grammar from the extract. जो पैसेज आपको क्वेश्चन नंबर 1A में दिया हुआ है उस पे बेस्ड आपको यहाँ पे 2 एक्टिविटीज पूछी जाएंगी जो कि 1-1 मार्क की रहेंगी. Okay, so which type of activities can be asked? So they can be pick out the correct alternative, do as directed, transformation of sentences, edit, or etc. So any activities like this can be asked to you in the language study part. So you need to remember this is going to be the textual grammar from the text which has been given to you in question number 1A. Next comes A6, that is the vocabulary. So it also carries 2 marks. So in this, similar to A5, we have 2 activities of 1 mark each. So in this, which type of questions can be asked? You can be asked about word register, crossword puzzle, riddle, fill in the blanks, find a word, match, word type or form. So these types of questions can be asked to you. Like you can be given a noun and you can be asked that write the adjective form of the given word. So this type of transformation or a riddle, fill in the blanks, give one word for, or match the following can come in the vocabulary part. Then we have, this was the completion of your question number 1A part. Okay, as we have discussed, there are total 6 activities from A1 to A6. Each consists of 2 marks. So likewise, we have 12 marks allotted to question number 1A. Next comes question number 1B. So it is language study. So in this you have non-textual grammar. ये non-textual grammar आपको 4 marks के लिए है. नॉन टेक्सुअल मतलब जो एक्सट्रैक्ट आपको दिया हुआ है क्वेश्चन नंबर 1A में, उसमें से आपको ये ग्रामर नहीं रहेगा. इट विल बी फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. ओके, इट विल बी नॉट देयर फ्रॉम योर टेक्स्ट बुक. Then in that we have two activities. First one is B1, do as directed, or transformation of sentences. This will give you 3 marks. And B2 we have spot the error, which carries 1 mark. So in B1 you will be given any kind of sentence, like you can be asked that you are given an assertive sentence and you have to transform it into a declarative sentence. So this type of transformation can be there in B1, or you can be asked to identify the clauses, or you can be asked to transform the sentences based on direct and indirect speech, active and passive voice. So this can be asked in your B1 part. This will give you 3 marks. And then we have B2, as I told you, it's spot the error. So a sentence will be given to you in which there will be some grammatical mistake. So you have to identify that mistake and you have to write the corrected form of the sentence. So this will give you 1 mark. So likewise, we have seen that question number 1A has 12 marks and question number 1B has 14 marks. So the total given for question number 1 is 16 marks. So now we move on to question number 2A. So question number 2A is also the same, that is read the extract and complete the activities given below. So only question number 2A is same, okay? Just the difference is that you have an unseen extract here, जो कि आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में नहीं रहेगा, वैसा एक्सट्रैक्ट आपको दिया जाएगा यहाँ पे. That will be comprising of 275 to 300 words. देन यहाँ पे भी आपको 6 एक्टिविटीज पूछी जाएंगी A1 से लेके A6 तक. दैट विल comprise of 2 marks each, just as we discussed for question number 1A. The same will be for question number 2A. Then we have a change in question number 2B. So question number 2B is summary writing. That will give you 3 marks. So in this you have to write the summary of the above extract with the help of the points given below. Give a suitable title to it. So इसमें आपको एक extract दिया जाएगा and उसकी आपको summary लिखना है. Summary means gist लिखना है. What you have understood and you have to just interpret जो भी आपने समझा है. सो उसके लिए आपको एक एक्सट्रैक्ट दिया जाएगा एंड आपको उसकी समरी लिखना है. And along with summary, you have to give a suitable title to the extract or to the summary which you are writing. Then how you are allotted marks. The marks distribution is given to you on your screen, that if you cover all the important points of the extract, you will be given 1 mark. And based on the language and vocabulary used, it will the valuer will give you 1 mark. Then based on the grammar which is used in the summary, you will get 1 marks. So this will be the marks distribution for the summary writing. So the total marks given to summary writing is 3 marks. Then next we have question number 2C. So question number 2C is your mind mapping or note making. So this is also an activity of 3 marks. So in this basically you have a completion task, and for this you will be given an unseen extract of 200 words. आपको इसके लिए एक unseen extract दिया जाएगा and आपको सिर्फ उसमें से facts निकाल के जो आपको वेब दिया जाएगा या टेबल दिया जाएगा उसको complete करना है. Okay, so it is a graphical way to represent ideas and concepts according to the guidelines provided. So you will be provided certain guidelines, like आपको question दिया जाएगा read the given extract and complete the given activity as per the instructions. हो सकता है कि आपको वहाँ पे एक वेब पूछा जाए. सो अगर आपको वेब पूछा जाता है सो एक्सट्रैक्ट के बेसिस पे आपको पहले एक्सट्रैक्ट समझना है. देन आपको क्या क्या इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स लग रहे हैं आप वो निकाल सकते हैं. देन वेब में आपको क्या पूछा गया है, किसके बारे में पूछा गया है, सो अकॉर्डिंगली आपको वो फैक्ट्स जो है या वो जो सेंटेंसेस है उन्हें वो एक्सट्रैक्ट्स में से निकालना है. एंड वेब या फ्लो चार्ट या टेबल या ग्राफ ये जो है इसमें आपको फिल करना होता है. सो दिस इज बेसिकली अ कंप्लीशन टास्क. आपको एक्सट्रैक्ट में से देख के नोट बनाना है, या फिर माइंड मैपिंग जो होती है एक ग्राफिकल वे होता है हमारे आइडियाज को रिप्रेजेंट करने का. सो हो सकता है आपको माइंड मैपिंग में पूछा जाए या नोट मेकिंग पूछा जाए. So marks distribution for mind mapping or note making is given to you. If you cover all the points, then you will be given 2 marks, and based on the presentation, you will be given 1 mark. If in the question paper you have been given a flow chart and you don't present it in the form of flow chart in your answer paper, then in the presentation part you will be given 0. But if you present just as it is asked in your question paper, the same you write in the answer paper, so you will have 1 mark. अगर आपको वेब पूछा गया है, वेब के फॉर्म में पूछा गया है क्वेश्चन पेपर में, एंड आप वेब अगर नहीं बनाते हैं आपके आंसर पेपर में, सो आपको मार्क्स नहीं दिए जाते हैं. सो आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि अगर आपको टेबल पूछा गया है, सो आपको टेबल ड्रॉ करना कंपलसरी है. अगर वेब है तो वेब ड्रॉ करना कंपलसरी है, या अगर फ्लो चार्ट दिया है तो फ्लो चार्ट ड्रॉ करना कंपलसरी है. सो ऐसे आपको मिलते हैं 3 मार्क्स. 2 मार्क्स होते हैं आपके अगर आप पूरे पॉइंट्स कवर करते हैं, एंड 1 मार्क जो है वो आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन पे है. सो लाइकवाइज द टोटल गिवन टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 2C इज 3 मार्क्स. So question number 2A is given 12 marks, question number 2B is given 3 marks, question number 2C is given 3 marks. So total the marks allotted to question number 2 are 18 marks. So here we have completed the discussion of paper pattern and marks distribution of your prose part, that is section 1, question number 1 and question number 2. Now we move on to the section 2, poetry part. We'll see the changes, pattern and evaluation of question number 3A and question number 3B. So as you can see on the screen, we have pattern of poetry questions and evaluation. So question number 3 is divided into 2 parts, that is question number 3A and question number 3B. So question number 3A is given 10 marks, question number 3B is given 4 marks. So likewise the total is 14 marks. So we'll see the format of questions that are going to be asked in question number 3A. So question number 3A is read the given extract and complete the given activities. So it will have 10 marks. So in this 5 activities of 2 marks each will be asked to you. सो A1 जो है इट इज़ बेस्ड ऑन कॉम्प्लेक्स फैक्चुअल और ग्लोबल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द पोएम. सो इसमें आपको पूछा जा सकता है कंप्लीट द वेब, कंप्लीट द टेबल और ट्रू और फॉल्स. देन A2 यू हैव क्वेश्चंस बेस्ड ऑन अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द गिवन पोएम. सो पोएम के बेसिस पे आपको ये क्वेश्चन रहता है. सो आपने कितना समझा है पोएम को उसके बेसिस पे है. सो आपको इसमें पूछा जा सकता है कि प्रिपेयर अ सिक्वेंशियल ऑर्डर, अरेंज इन क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर, or some this kind of activities can be there based on the content given to you. Then A3 is personal response to the poem. So in this you can be asked your opinion, you can express your ideas, etc. Then A4 is questions based on language skills of poetry. So in this you can be asked about the rhyme scheme, figures of speech, explanation or picking up words from the poem, etc. These are the questions that can be asked to you in A4, which will give you 2 marks. Then we have the last question of question number 3A, that is A5, your poetic creativity. So this also carries 2 marks. So in this you have the below given types of questions which can be asked to you. So in this you can be asked a question based on change of idea, then lines that can be composed from the given words. इसमें हो सकता है कि आपको कुछ words दिए जाए and आपको बोला जाए कि आपको उससे कुछ lines compose करना है. Then rewrite the stanza by changing the underlined words. Some lines will be given to you in which some words will be underlined. So आपको एक स्टैंजा कंपोज करना है या वो स्टैंजा को रीराइट करना है जो अंडरलाइंड वर्ड्स है उनको चेंज करके. देन ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि कंपोज अनदर लाइन टू राइम विद द गिवन लाइन. Okay, you can be asked to compose some lines which should rhyme with the lines given. Then you have add 2 to 3 lines by changing the given idea. If you have been given a certain idea in the poem, so you will be required to add 2 to 3 lines which can give a different ending to the poem or can just give a different idea to the poem. Then you have use a rhetorical question in any of the lines. You can be given a poem and you will be asked to write or to frame any kind of rhetorical questions. So rhetorical questions are the questions which are asked just for emphasis. Rhetorical questions are the questions of which we don't expect the answers. Okay, so these types of questions you can be asked to frame based on the lines given to you. Then we have compose 2 lines with a similar figure of speech. So आपको एक पर्टिकुलर फिगर ऑफ स्पीच दिया जा सकता है एंड आपको पूछा जा सकता है कि आप एक लाइन 2 लाइन्स कंपोज कीजिए जिसमें वही फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इंक्लूड किया जाए. So this was the marks distribution and paper pattern of your question number 3A. Next, we move on to question number 3B. So, question number 3B is the most important, that is the poetic appreciation. So, it carries 4 marks. So, in this, you will be asked a question which is read the extract and write the appreciation of the given extract as per the instructions given. सो आपको एक क्वेश्चन दिया, एक पोएम दी जाएंगी एंड उसमें बोला जाएगा कि ये पोएम आपको पढ़ना है एंड जो आपको पॉइंट्स दिए गए हैं नीचे उसके बेसिस पे आपको पोएटिक एप्रिसिएशन लिखना है. So the points, the marking scheme and the points you can see on the screen. You have theme and the central idea of the extract. So इस पे आपको 2 marks मिलते हैं. Then type, language and stylistic features of the given extract will be given 1 mark and personal response and opinion पे आपको 1 mark दिए जाएंगे. Then these are the points जो आपको mention करना है poetic appreciation में. देन उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपने जो लिखा है उस पर आपको मार्क्स कैसे दिए जाएंगे. सो दैट इज गिवन टू यू बिलो दिस. सो मार्किंग स्कीम ऑफ एप्रिसिएशन. सो एप्रिसिएशन ऑफ थीम एंड लैंग्वेज फीचर्स विल गिव यू 2 marks. अगर आप सही से थीम और लैंग्वेज जो है उसको अप्रिशिएट करते हैं पोएम की, सो आपको 2 marks मिलेंगे. देन एक्सप्लेनेशन एंड प्रेजेंटेशन, आप किस तरीके से एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं और प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं अपना एप्रिसिएशन, उस पर आपको दिए जाएंगे 1 mark. Then personal response or personal opinion and evaluation of the poem will give you 1 mark. So total you have 4 marks. So ये सारे जो है ये आपकी मार्किंग स्कीम है कि अगर आपने ये सब फुलफिल किया है अपने अप्रिसिएशन में, then you will be awarded complete 4 marks. So next we have, as we have seen for A5, that is poetic creativity. So we have the marking scheme for A5. अगर आपने कुछ नहीं लिखा है उसमें, so you will get 0 marks. If आपने कुछ ऐसा सेंटेंस लिखा है जो दर्शाता है कि आपने वो लाइन को समझा है या थीम को समझा है, so then you will be given half marks. Then relevance to the theme अगर आप लिखते हैं, so it will give you 1 mark. Then if you use correct figurative language along with correct grammar and everything, so then you will have 1.5 marks. And अगर आपका composition जो है वो बहुत ही creative होता है, जैसा आपको पूछा जाए exactly आप वैसा ही आंसर करते हैं, so that particular thing, in that case you will be given 2 marks. So here we complete with the discussion of the paper pattern of your poetry part, that is question number 3A and question number 3B. So now we move on to the next section, that is section 3, your writing skills. So writing skills have been given from question number 4A to question number 4D. It carries 16 marks. So we have on the screen the newly introduced topics and the old topics under your writing skills. So the newly introduced topics are drafting virtual message, statement of purpose, group discussion, email, report, interview, speech, comparing, expansion of ideas, review, blog, appeal, and letter. So these are the 13 topics which are the newly introduced ones, and the old topics that were there in your syllabus are summary, mind mapping, and appreciation. So we have to learn all these topics in your standard 11th and standard 12th. In the next slide, we'll see the distribution of marks according to the sub questions. So as you can see on the screen, we have section 3, the writing skills, which have been given 16 marks. So we have question number 4, complete the activities as per the instructions given below. So it will give you 16 marks. So in this, you have been given 4 sub questions, that are question number 4A, B, C, and D. Each sub question carries 4 marks. So in question number 4A, you have email writing or letter writing. So you have only one kind of letter, that is the formal letter writing. You don't have informal letter writing. Then in the B part, you have expansion of ideas or blog writing or film review. Then question number 4C, you have appeal or leaflet or report or view, counter view. Then question number 4D has speech writing, comparing, dialogue writing, or interview writing. So there's a note for you that students are required to attempt any one activity from each set. आपको हर सेट में से कोई ना कोई एक ही एक्टिविटी अटेम्प्ट करनी है. जैसे हमने देखा था, इसमें आपको ऑप्शंस दिए जाते हैं. आप देख सकते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 4D अगर हम देखें, आपको दिया है यहाँ पे स्पीच और कंपेयरिंग और डायलॉग और इंटरव्यू. सो इसमें आपको दिए हुए हैं, चॉइसेस दी हुई है, एंड इनमें से अगर आपको सबसे अच्छा इंटरव्यू आता है सो यू कैन अटेम्प्ट दैट, या अगर आपको सबसे अच्छा स्पीच लिखना आता है तो यू कैन अटेम्प्ट दैट. सो हर सेट में से आपको एक ही एक्टिविटी करना है. जैसे ए दिया है आपको, सो उसमें दो एक्टिविटीज़ है, सो यू हैव टू अटेम्प्ट एनी वन. लाइकवाइज इज फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 4B, C, and D. So you are required to attempt any one activity from each set. Then marks distribution, as we have discussed, each sub question has been given 4 marks. So we have 4 sub questions. So the total marks allotted to question number 4 are 16 marks. So here we have completed with the discussion of question number 4, that is your writing skills. Now we move on to the last part, that is section 4, the literary genre, that is drama. So this is question number 5, and we have 4 sub questions, question number 5A to question number 5D. So again, this is similar to question number 4. We have a total of 16 marks allotted to question number 5. So in question number 5, we have the activity sheet format on the screen. So we have question number 5A. Complete the activities given below as per the instructions. So it is a question carrying 4 marks. So in this you will be asked 2 activities of 2 marks each. So आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि आपके सिलेबस में टोटल 4 ड्रामा दिए हुए हैं. फर्स्ट इज history of English drama, second one is the rising of the moon, then third you have 2 sub dramas. So the first one is a midsummer night's dream and second one is an enemy of the people. So इनको डिवाइड किया गया है कि क्वेश्चन नंबर 5A में आपको सिर्फ वही क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे जो कि हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश ड्रामा के हैं, मतलब आपका लेसन 4.1 में जो है. देन क्वेश्चन नंबर 5B में आपको वही क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे जो कि द राइजिंग ऑफ द मून पे बेस्ड है. देन क्वेश्चन नंबर 5C पे आपको पूछे जाएंगे जो कि क्वेश्चन नंबर 5C में आपको वो क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे जो कि अ मिडसमर नाइट्स ड्रीम पे बेस्ड है. देन क्वेश्चन नंबर 5D पे आपको वो क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे जो कि लेसन एंड एनिमी ऑफ द पीपल पे बेस्ड है. So likewise, each sub question has been allotted a lesson from your textbook. So in question number 5A, you will have objective types question. Okay. So in this, you can be asked activities like MCQs, match the following, chronological order, fill in the blanks, or any kind of novel activities. So you need to note that activities will not be repeated in the sub question. अगर आपको क्वेश्चन नंबर 5A1 में ट्रू और फॉल्स पूछा जा रहा है, सो A2 में आपको ट्रू और फॉल्स नहीं पूछा जाएगा. Activities will not be repeated in the sub questions. So as I told you, a note is given. Activities in question number 5A will be based on the textbook content number 4.1 only. You need to remember the most important thing for your drama part, that you will not be provided with the passage. आपको सेक्शन 4 के लिए पैसेज नहीं प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा. आपको खुद इसे पहले पढ़ के जाना है एग्जाम के, एंड यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द कंप्लीट थिंग, कंप्लीट लेसन्स, एंड बेस्ड ऑन योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग देन you will have to answer at the time of your examination. So there will be no passage in your genre part. So as I told you that it will be objective type of question. So अगर आपको MCQ पूछा जाता है, so surely there will be 4 options for the MCQs. Then we have question number 5B, C and D. So आपने देखा question number 5A जो है this will be objective type, and question number 5B, C and D, these are going to be subjective type. Okay, so in this you will be asked to answer in about 50 words to the questions given below, and these sub questions are going to carry 4 marks. एंड हर सब क्वेश्चन में आपको 2 एक्टिविटीज़ पूछी जाएंगी, 2 क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे जो कि 2 मार्क्स के होंगे. जैसे कि हमने आपको बताया है इन क्वेश्चन नंबर 5B, क्वेश्चंस विल बी फ्रेम्ड ऑन 4.2 द राइजिंग ऑफ द मून. Questions will be framed on elements such as plot, structure, theme, setting, language और character. So ये सारे जो elements होते हैं आपके genre के elements होते हैं drama के, so इनके basis पे ही आपको questions पूछे जाएंगे. Then what type of questions can be asked? You can be asked to describe or explain, compare, contrast, name or discuss. Then the second part is you can be asked to illustrate, interpret, narrate or justify or find or identify. So these are the questions that can be asked to you in the subjective form. So similar pattern of question is going to be followed by question number 5C and question number 5D. Just the difference is that in question number 5C, questions will be framed on 4.3A, that is A Midsummer Night's Dream. Then in question number 5D, questions will be framed on 4.3B, and that is An Enemy of the People. So हमने आपको बताया है कि हर सब क्वेश्चन को एक करस्पॉन्डिंग लेसन दिया गया है आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में से. So उसी के बेसिस पे आपको क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे. And in this you should remember that you won't be given a passage. So here we come to an end of the paper pattern, and in this class we have completed the introduction to the English curriculum. We have discussed the paper pattern along with the marks distribution. So children, as you have seen, we have completed with the introduction to the curriculum, to the syllabus, and we have also discussed the paper pattern and marks distribution. From the next class, you are required to have your English textbook with you. From tomorrow, we are going to, on next Sunday, we are going to have a class in which we are going to start with the poetry part. So, everyone is requested and everyone is instructed to be ready with your English textbook, that is your standard 11th textbook. Okay, and regarding your examination and everything, you have all the notices will be uploaded in the WhatsApp group by the examination cell. So kindly be prepared with your English textbook, that is your English Yuvak Bharati textbook prescribed by the Maharashtra State Board for our next class. And as I told you, regarding your exams, you will receive a notification from the examination cell. And the classes for your fisheries, that is your freshwater fish culture, are going to commence soon. So link for that also will be provided to you in the WhatsApp group. And the syllabus for, as we have received in the WhatsApp group, the syllabus for computer science has been completed. So the students who have not gone through the videos are requested to kindly go through and be ready for your next class. So we'll see you all in the next class. Till then, goodbye, take care.